Howdy, I'm B. Let me welcome you to the Beer Snobs Radio Show. We're a bunch of friends who are not experts, but we know what we like in beer. Our definition of a beer snob is someone who just won't drink craft beer. So sit back and listen to us blind review beers on the Beer Snobs Radio Show.
Calling all beer snobs. How you guys doing that? I am B, and to my left is
Professor,
and to my right is
Damon.
And we're missing Big Rob. Sorry about that. So 1 week without Big Rob.
Fucking slacker.
So 1 week without Big Rob. But you know who's back?
shit.
Little Rob.
No, it isn't. Stop that.
I'm right here.
Stop that.
You know what, you guys? You don't appreciate me.
No, we don't.
Stop.
I hate you.
So Little Rob, here's your question.
Yes.
You're on death row,
Yes.
and they have given you one last beer to drink before you get the firing squad.
They have.
Of course, or the gas chamber, whatever they do nowadays.
Probably.
What beer would that be? What's the final beer you want in your mouth before you go meet your maker?
All beers are shit.
You want wine, huh?
I would rather have my water.
Good deal.
Fuck beers. I like beers, but fuck them. Fuck off.
Professor.
Great question. Good feeling.
Question sucks.
If I'm on the firing squad,
Shut up, Little Rob.
I am. Listen, High Roller Red is no longer around. God damn, do I miss that beer?
I think it might be in an iteration from Tenaya Creek. Next time I go to Vegas, I'll bring some back, see if we can test it out. Remember, the head brewer from the Monte Carlo Brewing went to Tenaya Creek and started brewing beers. Tenaya Creek's off the strip in Vegas, about
We've been
15
there.
minutes away,
Mhm.
and they might have a decent red that's close to the High Roller Red.
Okay, if I can't have that, I'm going to the beer that not only is great tasting, but it has a personal feeling for me and Bernard. B. Mac and Jacks. I'm drinking a gallon of Mac and Jacks before they plug my ass, one way or another.
Is it special to when you think about B because when you macked and jacked him? What?
Well, yeah. While I was drinking it, in my left hand and his dick in my right.
We had when we went to took our vacation.
You had a moment.
Yeah, we had a vacation together
times.
and had a great time. And the first
Yeah.
beer we
Two
had,
times.
first beer we had when we got out there was Mac and Jack's African Amber, and we just drank it.
Oh, I thought you said we just made out.
Well, that too.
That was a given. You don't have to like put it out to everybody.
Come on, hello.
But we drank that beer exclusively for a full weekend.
And far wherever
Fuck it up all you want. I'm not backing down. So
Mac and Jack's African Amber.
Macking and jacking it.
That's a good choice. Damon, what about you?
It would have to be the 120 IPA, Dogfish Head. That was one of the best beer experiences I've had in my life. Hef can attest to it. We shared a bottle, the only bottle we could fucking find. I still have that bottle, my special pint cupboard, because of the memory. It was such an amazing beer.
did you jack him off with the bottle?
No,
Did you stick it up your ass when he was done?
Sometimes when two guys share a beer, they just drink the beer.
Gee,
It's
where'd you
really
get that
strange.
from?
It's really strange. Sometimes they
really
don't.
strange,
Sometimes
huh?
they don't have to go camping overnight to enjoy a beer together and share a fucking a sleeping bag. You know. Sometimes. By the way, I'm trying to imagine you two guys sharing a sleeping bag. That's a big fucking sleeping bag.
It gets cold.
You guys are two beefy motherfuckers. I'm trying to imagine the fucking sleeping bag that fit the two of you fuckers.
As long as I'm the man, I'm okay.
I guess maybe it gets down a little smaller when you make the beast with two backs, but I don't know. Or wait, no, it's just a beast with one back. Yeah.
Proceed.
Beast with back fat.
Oh, that is a horrible image. So we should just go into the beer.
So my beer choice, if I was hitting the firing squad or something like that, I honestly think I'd probably
You would drink beer right off of Professor's feet,
no, I would probably want Puka Cobra.
just like Tarantino
what's that?
from Dusk Till Dawn. That's all I can think of.
I'll do Puka Cobra. It's a Barrel Roll Series edition from Hangar 24. It's was voted number 2 beer of the year by Beer Magazine, and I think that would be something I would love to go out with. Just have that be the nice chocolatey heavy beer flavor that I get to finish with. I'd be happy with that. Beer number 1.
Confusing it is.
It's taking a little work to get a head out of this. It's
Looks
not
like a
good
nice
head.
amber already, though.
I would agree. I mean, the coloring, yeah.
Oh,
The smell's
So
interesting.
I said confusing
That's-
it is.
that's like a burnt smell.
Smokiness,
Yeah.
not barrel aged.
Mm.
I
I got to taste this. Oh,
That's weird.
oh, that's so strange.
I'm almost uncomfortable with this one.
It kind of reminds me of the Palo Santo.
No, that's
Dogfish Head.
way
No,
stronger.
No. I mean, the first taste off of it kind of reminds me of it, but it's missing something. It's just kind of like it, but it's missing something.
The smokiness is not only there in smell, but it's there in taste. And I'm not getting a lot of. I can't identify any type of hop on this thing. I'm thrown off. I'm thrown off.
It's there, but there's something covering it up.
I think this is a very basic plain amber. I don't think anything's too
This is
special
pretty
about
bitter
it.
for an amber, though.
Yeah.
I like the color. I think I think it's drinkable. It's very drinkable.
I want to say
I think somebody attempted a blend with this, and they didn't quite hit the mark. Maybe that they were intending. Something dominated the brew.
They
tried to blend. It didn't quite do it.
malty.
Maybe it is a malt. It's an overabundance of malt. I
It
think
has
you're
to be
right.
maybe a Marzen style instead of an amber.
You think so?
I don't think it is not an amber.
I
It
think
can't be
so.
an amber.
I want to say Marzen. In the style of a Marzen, if not.
Anything else to say about it, guys?
Not really. I think it was drinkable. Very, very drinkable. You can drink a lot of these, no
It was
problem.
okay. It was just.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 4 or 5.
I'm going
the bitterness is a little off on this. It's just a little dominating.
red
They ain't get much
category.
bitter.
Why don't we skip amber
think
and
it's a
go
red?
low red?
You think
Not
a
a
red?
high red. Marzen red category.
Well, you are the professor.
Oh yes, you are.
Oh.
Weird.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
different.
really like this one too. I really
So,
like this one.
What we have in front of us is a Hangar 24 Alt-Bier Ale. It is a caramel, toasty, and clean. This red ale is our unique version of a northern German Alt-Bier. Enjoy silky caramel smoothness followed by toasty, bready flavors and finish with a hint of chocolate roast. Now, I'm not sure if I tasted all that.
I didn't.
I actually
I think
did.
it was
As
the
soon as you
bread.
started
I think
describing it, yeah.
I think it was the bread that was throwing me because the bready flavor. That's like what? That's a lot of yeast.
Mm-hmm. That's what the maltiness comes from.
Yeah, but
I thought the maltiness came from malt.
yeah.
Oh, yeast malt. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. It finishes. These flavors come through with the aroma combined with a truly unique, clean, complex alt beer. I think this is a good beer. I just wasn't impressed like I normally would have been with Hangar 24 stuff. We drank this the last time we did a big show. We had a whole growler full of it. It's a good beer.
I love their alt beer. It is
But-
actually my favorite Hangar 24 beer. I thoroughly enjoy this one from them.
After doing it blind, I'm just like not impressed like I thought I would be.
I'm gonna say something on this one here. I don't know if it's just because it was left out underneath the heat lamp, but it was slightly
not,
above
It was
the
not
cooling-
left out way longer than 5 minutes. Dude.
favorable. But I'm telling you, mine was not on the level of chill, slightly cool.
Well, yeah, you know why, right?
Well, I know you're supposed to let it breathe and get a little
Yeah.
in there. Yeah, I understand that.
So basically, what you're saying is it's better when it's colder when you can't really taste it.
no.
That's what you're saying.
But it's a fine line. No, I'm saying
Yeah,
there's
the
a
fine line is
in
the
taste.
colder it is, the less you taste it.
It could
That's
be
the
a
rule.
matter of a degree or two in taste. I mean, stuff can come down to a science.
Most beers should be served maybe 10 degrees cooler than room temperature. Fahrenheit.
This was
10
yeah,
to 15.
slightly higher. That's just my take on this.
I mean, that's suggested
I
for
didn't say it
cool,
was-
for
yeah.
a cool beer.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of beers that are like European brews that are meant to be room temperature.
Yes.
This wasn't room temperature. This is
No,
still
not
cool.
at all. No, it was tepid.
But yeah, I think you're overthinking it. I think basically maybe you're drinking it at its proper flavor for the first time.
No, I think what I'm just trying to do, and in all honesty, is I'm just trying to defend this beer because I like this beer. So I'm really, I'm trying to find the negative side
I
of it.
think we all like this beer, and it's nothing really to defend. We know it's a good beer. We know it's something we go out and buy next time we go out to the grocery store to find it. It just didn't overwhelm us like we normally like. I mean, we didn't have that much to say about it. We didn't enunciate or talk effusively about it or be profound about it. It was just there.
No one said it sucked. But what we did say is it just didn't hit the mark.
Aye.
I think that's the problem. It didn't hit the mark.
Yeah,
And I
but-
think the more the flavor table came out, the more it hit our tongue. I think it didn't quite hit the mark. And I don't know. Again, it tastes better cold because you can't taste it as much. You can't taste the blend is off.
I think it's a great beer. Nevertheless, it's just this one time I wasn't impressed with it like I normally am.
Yeah.
I still go out and buy the
And
sixer.
we cannot let our our former experiences cloud our judgment on this review.
No.
Okay, guys.
No.
It has to be. We're reviewing this beer.
Yeah.
Anyway, the bottle, really quick. Basic Hangar 24.
Looks
Playing in the
awesome.
background. It's it's not
Classic.
too complex. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, but it's not too complex.
I love the Art Deco style of their bottles. Love
I'd hang a poster up of their beer bottles.
There you go.
It's nice.
it. So we got beer number 2.
Beer number 2.
I like that smell. I'm a fan of that
I've
smell.
had this a lot.
This is a nice head, and that is a nice meal smell.
Yeah.
That is a beer that smells like a meal.
I want it's very sweet smelling on the slight of sweet candy mixed with a small citrus.
Ooh.
Layered candy, small
Oh.
citrus at the end. Really?
I don't like the ending.
It's a little bitter at the end.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about it. It was really good up to that ending, and now it's just
There's a bitterness.
literally like ashes in my mouth.
There's a bitterness at the end, the back of the throat.
I don't like that part.
I know I had this before. I just don't know what the fuck it is.
It warms.
That was a multi-layered experience. There are several beers that really impress me in styles, and one is when all the flavors seem to kind of intertwine into almost like a tapestry, where it seems to blend itself into a new life form. This is one of the way it's mixed together, the way it hits you is the other thing I like about certain complex beers when it's multi-layered, multi-tiered. It hits you on one part of your palate, and then it moves to the next with a whole different flavor, and then moves to the next with a whole different experience. This one had at least 3, if not 4, flavor experiences going on from start to finish. I just didn't like the last one. I hate to put that against the beer because the rest of it was interesting. It was really good.
I agree with you. This is a multi-step journey, starting from the smell.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the
basically
appearance
what I'm
up
thinking
to the
is
taste. But
you're on the yellow brick road. You meet the Tin Man, you meet the Scarecrow, you meet what was it?
Cowardly Lion.
The Cowardly Lion, and then suddenly you're attacked by the fucking monkeys. That's the problem. I don't like the part where you get attacked by the flying monkeys and you fall asleep in the flowers. I don't really like that part.
Now I'm getting citrusy taste on the front now, but I still the taste and the smell are starting to come together now. As far as the citrus candy, I'm getting a little of that.
Oh God, there's that bitterness again. God,
It's unique, at least that. It's very
no. I give it points for being unique. I give it points for being layered because not a lot of beers do that. That's really impressive when they manage to do something like this. When they give you so much to roll off the tongue, it's just that last part just messing with me.
I know I had this before. I just don't know what the fuck it is.
This is medicinal candy. the last taste,
God, this aftertaste is bugging the fuck out of me though.
Like cough syrup, cough drops.
but you know how it starts off sweet and then in the end you're getting the medicinal effect. That last drink was like that, not in a bad way though.
It's taking me forever to finish.
This is a different type of elixir.
I'm just gonna choke this down because
What do we have? Mad River Brewing Company Steelhead Double IPA.
Get the fuck out of
it's
here.
a double IPA.
Really? Okay, we got a lot of citrus. We all tasted that, right?
Oh yeah.
That's why I said the citrus candy taste, but the
was
hoppiness
it.
of a double IPA.
Malty, hoppy, and robust. Double IPA is dry hopped with Amarillo hops for a fresh, piney and citrus flavor aroma.
Piney, you were saying.
Yeah. Aggressively hopped, but perfectly balanced. Malts, 2-row pale, Cassaran, Crystal, and wheat. They had the bitter and hops and all that. Okay, now this is what I'm worried about. Where's this place brewed out of? Where do they do their business?
Blue Lake, California.
It's not a West Coast IPA. I didn't taste the hops.
Double IPA at
Yeah,
that.
For a double IPA, it's not your typical West Coast.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's very.
So kudos to them for not over hopping it, but over citrusing
Oh
it.
no, I'm
and I
feeling
like
over.
that.
I took that big last gulp, and it definitely tastes overhopped now.
Maybe it's like the two negatives make a positive. Maybe they're doing the double IPA.
According to you.
Again, yeah, I didn't get that.
There is this phenomenon that people have talked about. I mean, I've had a few people disagree with me on this, but a lot of people feel when you hit a higher IBU level, it starts to bring it back a weird sweetness. That maybe that's what they were. Maybe that's what happened. We hit a higher IBU level, and it just started going into that odd sweet.
It was candy.
Well,
sweet.
we got an 8.6
But there was still low
ABV on this though.
But what?
8.6 ABV.
Wow.
So yeah, definitely higher, not the highest, but I mean for a double IPA, that's fucking low. Come on now.
I
Come on now.
I think this is
Come on
okay
now.
beer. I think it was unique that it had layers to it. I think it was cool to have that little drink, like you said.
Yeah, but for a double IPA, that's sad.
I was expecting a lot more hops, but I've started to see a bigger trend in a double IPAs and things like that to be more citrus forward. And now when I go think back and taste about it, the citrus was very prominent through the front, through the end, through the finish.
No, there was many layers. There was the first layer was this pleasant sweetness, and the second layer was like this multi blend of certain flavors, and then suddenly, like towards the third, it was more like it started to get a little more. I would just say just like solid. Where it should have ended is right around the third hit, and then the fourth one was just all bitter. It was just not like excessive, but it was all the bitterness without everything else. It was the rest of the blend, the rest of the flavors, the rest of the beer gone, and it was just this like weak drone of hops. That's what I got from it, and that's what I didn't like. I mean, so much about it that I liked. But the end on that note was just not good. A beer like this should blend well. That's a good IPAs blend well in my opinion, and this just not do it.
I'm with you on a lot of those, but I think the main point about it is I just had better IPAs. I had better double IPAs.
Yeah. No, I mean the IPAs. I mean when I have an IPA, I expect it to kick me in the teeth with the hops.
Yeah,
it's a double IPA,
so I'm expecting to be like 2
fifths. Yeah.
You're expected to not be able to talk if you.
I'm sorry.
Have the bitter beer face.
You expect more from a pair of double Ds.
Yeah.
It's better than a single D.
But it was interesting to say.
Twice as good.
Yeah. So we had 2 beers tonight. Hangar 24 Alt-Bier and the Mad River Brewing Company Steelhead Double IPA.
Oh, God.
For me, if I had to pick a beer for tonight, they both weren't bad. They were both decent beers. But if I'm going to drink anything after this again, it's definitely going to be the Hangar 24 Alt-Bier. Hangar 24 Alt-Bier was drinkable. I mean, I didn't taste all the flavors they were looking for, but I think I can drink that no problem as much as possible. Professor.
I'm with you on that one. The Alt-Bier, although I'm still arguing the temperature of the beer.
Oh, come on.
Go fuck yourself. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. This is a great beer by them, and unfortunately, I'm biased on it, so I have to go with it.
Damon.
Okay, this is the thing. The Alt-Bier, I think I got the proper flavor that it's supposed to get off of it. I didn't really care for it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't that great. It just seemed unbalanced. Now, the next beer, the Steel River,
Steelhead Double IPA.
Steelhead Double IPA. The Mad River Steelhead Double IPA. I think a lot more about it impressed me in those first 3 hits of the multi-tier of the flavors. The last one disappointed me, but I can't believe I'm saying this. I liked more about that, despite the ending, the unimpressive ending, than I really liked about the Alt-Bier. So, I mean, obviously, my opinion doesn't win the night, but I have to say, I have to put my vote with that. I have to put my vote with Mad River.
Okay, now remember, guys, when we do these things, we do this for fun, but we think that your opinion matters more than ours. So you should go out and try both these beers and just put an opinion up on our Facebook page.
Just because we say it's good or we say it's bad, it doesn't mean that that's the end all be all of opinions. You need to try them for yourself.
Essentially, remember, we taste, you decide.
Damn right.
I'm B from the Beer Snobs, and I'll see you at the bar.
Peace.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Calling all beer snobs, I am B, and you just heard one of our shows. Guess what else you can do? You can find us on the interwebs at Twitter, Facebook, G+, and we're on the Stitcher Radio Network. Be our friend on our social networks to find out what we're up to and find interesting beer articles we're releasing. If you want to advertise with the Beer Snobs, you can contact us at marketing@thebeersnobs.com. If you want to give us beer suggestions, you can find us at info@thebeersnobs.com or any of the social networks you can reach us. And as always, I'll see you at the bar.